Hi lovelies, you're welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Bola. Thank you so much for joining. I'm the host on this channel, the Immigrant Nurse. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back again. I appreciate you. On this channel, I share information about migration opportunities and tiny bits of my life as a nurse living in the United Kingdom. So if that is something you feel might catch your interest, kindly consider hitting the subscribe button down below if you haven't done so. Thank you very much. Today guys, I'll be sharing with you some recent update that has just come up in the United Kingdom about BRP and dependent visa and everything you need to know and keep yourself aware of. So stick with me, don't go anywhere. If you are living in the United Kingdom, it should not be new to you that there's something called BRP. Just for knowledge sake, I'm going to explain what this means. BRP is the short form of biometric resident permit, and it is like a card, like a small card that you get to obtain upon your arrival into the United Kingdom. So if you're processing to come into the UK, you get to a point where you have to go for your biometrics, okay, which is like the visa interview you do in your home country before you come here. So going for your biometrics is what precedes you getting that BRP upon your arrival in the United Kingdom. So on your BRP, you get to have the details of who you are, what you do, whether you've come into the country to study or you've come into the country to work. So it is applicable to those who have come to live in the UK or to work in the UK. Okay, so it's just like a proof of your residency in the United Kingdom, that you have the right to work and live here. That is what BRP is for. So if you are on tier 4 visa or you are on tier 2 visa, whether you've come to work or to live, or you are on, all those special visas, you get to have your BRP. Because if anything happens or someone is trying to harass you, you can easily present to them that I am a legal immigrant and I am allowed to actually live and work here. Okay, and in the process of settling here in the UK, you get to present your BRP for so many purposes, which includes, but is not limited to, your accommodation. So if you're trying to get a place of accommodation, you need your BRP to prove that, oh, you're a legal immigrant and your landlord can give you the accommodation, or the agents can decide to give you the accommodation. Also, you need the BRP if you're trying to open a bank account. Is one of the evidences that you'll be asked to provide. Okay, as well, if you want to get to some other places, like you want to obtain your driver's license, you will have to provide your BRP as an evidence that you are allowed to stay in the United Kingdom as a legal immigrant. These are some of the things that you need your BRP for in this country. So what does a BRP looks like? What's the details? You get to have your name, like I said. You get to have your status, your immigration status, whether you are a skilled worker or a student. You get to have that. Then it says the limited amount of hours you're supposed to work, so it shows whether you're allowed to do any extra job, the amount of hours you're allowed to do the extra job. So if you've come in as under a particular profession, it will show that you have restricted work, okay, and you're not allowed to do anything else other than that profession that you've come in, okay, to work on. That's mostly for the main applicants. For the dependents, most times they have unlimited and unrestricted work, so they can pick up any job, and they can also any job aside from being a sports person, let me indicate that, and they can also work for as much hours as possible as they can tolerate within their limits, or as the contract of the job they get permits. Okay, so that is the way it works. The BRP also has the what is called national insurance number, which is like a unique number that every resident have, and this number is one of the things that you present to prove your status for whatever it is you want to do. Okay, it also has its own reference number. So the reference number is usually what you use when you're trying to apply for your driver's license. Those are the details that I think you need to know about BRP. Now let's move on swiftly. There's a change coming on. The BRP is getting upgraded and is going to be switched to online portal. So people have been asking me messages and sending messages to me saying, oh, they got a job and their contract is for 3 years, but they just noticed that their BRP is going to be lasting till 2024, and they are worried what's going on. I told them to talk to their employer, but I also want to inform you that if you're in that situation, firstly confirm from your employer. But what I know currently is that if that is your situation, you don't need to really panic, because BRP is being switched to, becoming an online form of identification and not a physical card any longer. But from 2023, there's going to be April of this year, there's going to be some new changes, where if you are a dependent and you've come into the United Kingdom under a dependent visa, you will need to prove your right to work in the United Kingdom. If you are the main applicant, it may not really affect you because you already came in with an employer, so you have a job you are working on, okay? But mostly for dependents who are trying to get a job, you will have to prove your right to work in the UK. And what does that indicate? It is going to you are going to have to generate a share code that you can send to your employer, that your employer will use to verify your immigration status, and if you are good enough to get a job here, like if it is a rightful thing for them to employ you. They just don't want to employ illegal immigrants, people who have come in and decide to stay back and they are not going back to the country, which is one of the things that the United Kingdom government is trying to fight against. They are trying to limit the number of illegal immigrants in the country. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can generate a share code and what you are to do if an employer is asking you for your share code, okay? What you need to do is you have to go to the gov.uk website. Then you go to the section under the prove your right to work to an employer, get a share code. So once you are there, it's going to give you details of the things you need to be able to generate a share code. So share details of your right to work in the UK, including the types of job you're allowed to do, like I said earlier, and how long you can work in the UK for. So even if you're a student and you're trying to get a job, it's going to indicate if you have that 20 hours restriction, and your employer can be able to determine that, okay, we're not giving you any job that is going to exceed these hours of restriction that you have already, okay? So you will need one of the following to be able to generate a share code. You will need your biometric residence permit number, or your biometric card number, or your passport or national ID card. So for people who are on Tier 2 and Tier 4 visa, most times they will have to use their biometric residence permit number, okay, or biometric residence card number. So you just click on start now. So it's going to ask you, tell us about your immigration status. So I have a UK visa and immigration account. I have status under EU settlement. The one that applies to you if you're on Tier 4 or Tier 2 visa is that you have a biometric resident card or permit. So you click on that and you click on continue. Once you click on continue, it's going to bring you the picture of biometric resident card, what it looks like, so that you can have an idea of what you're supposed to use. So this is sometimes known as visa. So do you have a biometric resident card or permit? You click on yes, then you click on continue. Once you click on that, it's going to ask you for the number. The number is usually the one at the right upper corner of your BRP. So you enter the number. I'm going to enter my own number now. So the next thing it's going to do is, once you enter your number, it's going to ask for your date of birth. So you enter your date of birth. So you click on continue. Once you click on continue, it's going to bring all your details. It's going to bring your name, when your visa is valid for. So it will tell you the details that on your current visa you must work for your sponsor while you're in the UK. Because I am the main applicant now, if it's your dependent, it will tell you the clause about the unrestricted work hours as well. So it's for me, it is saying that I can only work in the role described on my certificate of sponsorship. I can also work in a part-time job up to 20 hours a week if it is the same role as my job, or if it is on the shortage occupation list. My part-time job must be outside of the hours of my main job, and all those details, okay? So to share your details with your employer, you will need to create a share code. So just click on continue. Once you click on continue, it's going to bring your share code. So once you have this share code, you have the option to send it to your employer by email. So if you want to send it to your employer by email, you just click this, or if not, you can copy it out, write it, and send it to your employer. So that is how to generate your share code if you are trying to get a job and you are being requested to actually, provide your share code. That is the first update about BRP in the United Kingdom. How things are changing, how dependents might be affected by BRP number, and how the government is trying to curb the number of dependents who are coming into the country. Now, this applies to some unique set of people. Okay, so if you're a dependent and you're watching this video, or you're a main applicant and you have a dependent that you're watching this video, please pay attention at this point. Okay, if you are coming in with your partner but you are not legally married, let's say that this person is just your partner and you've been together for about 2 years but you're not married, there are options of dependents. If you're trying to apply, there is the option of married, there's the option of being together for about 2 years or more, there's the option of I think civil partnership is the same thing as married. Okay, so if you're coming in with somebody that you're not yet married to, already that the rule says that you must make sure you get married within 6 months, okay, of being in the UK. That's number one. Number two, there can be a restriction of the person being able to work. So the government is trying to curb, there's been a lot of complaint and publishing about people bringing so many dependents to the country, and there's been a lot of background work going on, and the government is trying to see how they can make sure that whoever you are bringing into the country as your dependent is really actually a dependent and is not some form of falsehood. Okay, so on your BRP, if you come in, you may experience something like no right to work. Wait, relax, calm down. Before you panic, one of the things you should do is put a call through to Home Office, asking them that, okay, I got my BRP upon arrival and this is what is on it. Sometimes it could be an honest mistake, it could be a genuine mistake where they'll say, oh, we are sorry, and they would ask you to cut the BRP into two, send it back to the Home Office, and they're going to send you a new one that has the permission for you to work. Okay, meanwhile, on another hand, it could be a genuine it could be what they actually want. Okay, if they're not convinced that, oh, these people are actually committed to each other and they are and they are together, if they don't feel convinced that you are committed to each other and you are together, they may not give you the right to work. And it's just in a way to actually frustrate you, in a manner of speaking. I don't want to use harsh words, but if you don't get to work, you feel you get tired and you might have to go back to wherever you're coming from. So for those who are in relationship and they are coming in together without any form of serious commitment in terms of marriage, it may, note my word, it may, please don't go and quote me that somebody somewhere said this, it may affect you. If you have been married and your marriage is not for so long, maybe you got married like 2 months ago or 1 month ago or 3 months ago, it may also affect you because they might just feel, what's the genuineness in this marriage? Did they really get married because they've been in a relationship for so long and they want to be with each other, or they got married because they saw it as an opportunity to bring themselves over or help somebody come over? You get what I mean? I don't want to go into full details. So if that is your case, it may also affect you because you've only been married for a very short time, so there is no proof that, okay, this is real, this is you understand, you have an idea. So it may also affect you. Okay, but if you get your BRP and you're saying on it no right to work, okay, firstly, call Home Office to verify if it is an honest mistake or if it is actually what the case is, so that it will now help you to plan and you can decide on what next to do or what you want to or how you want to move on, if you get what I mean. So those are the updates that are coming coming in at the moment, and I just said let me put it out there and just keep you guys abreast of the situation so that you'll be well ready and you'll be well prepared of whatsoever it is that is coming up, and you should also have a plan B, plan C, plan D. Okay, all right. So if you are a student and you're planning to come in with a dependent, and you feel that, oh, okay, while I am studying, my dependent can be working, working and generating money so that we can use it to balance up our school fees, meet our needs, and sort out and take care of things. I would advise that you have a plan B, in a way that you have enough money as you are coming in, trying to start saving from now. So save, save, save. See, guys, from the news I've been saying, UK is still welcoming students. That's the honest truth, because they need people, they need the workforce. There's a lot of shortages. In fact, the recent update about the number of sponsors that are allowed to bring people into the UK to work has just increased. That is how much they need people to come in to work. Okay, so start saving from now. If you have plans to come in September 2023, start saving from now, so that at least you have good amounts of money, should in case you come and the situation is not exactly what you expect, you have something to actually fall back on until you're able to rectify the situation and balance yourself very well. Okay, this is the update I have brought to you. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it is, please don't forget to smash the like button down below, give it a thumbs up. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section. Do you have any further questions or queries? Let me know in the comment section, and I can find out, research more about it for you guys. Okay, if you're yet to subscribe at this point, what are you waiting for? Please hit the subscribe button down below. Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Till then, stay safe and stay blessed. Do well to share this video with those who you know it will be relevant to. If you know anybody that is coming in and they need this information, please share this video with them. Okay, thank you very much. I will catch you in my next video. Till then, stay safe and stay blessed. Bye.